when you're recording a song or compiling different tracks into a pattern, you'll be, taking advantage of changing the tempo, putting in effects, things like that. So it's really important to store your mix. But first, let's go ahead and give our new pattern a name. So to do that, you want to hit Job. And this time you want to hit F6, which is Pattern. And go ahead and scroll down to Pattern Name. Hit Enter. And then you can use your jog wheel here to choose the different characters and arrow over. Or you can use this SF6 button and hold it down to bring up a list of characters, which you can then scroll through. So let's just call our new pattern something like that, and when you're ready, hit Enter. And let's go back out to Pattern, and there's our new name, so that's great. And next I'll show you how to store the mix, and it's safest and a good habit to store your mix whenever you make changes to a song or pattern, such as voice assignment and effects, like I mentioned before. If you make changes and don't store your mix, and then want to save a file, the screen will prompt you whether you now want to save changes. However, it's still safest, and you should get in the habit of always storing your mix whenever you make changes. So let's go ahead and do that. It's pretty simple. You just hit the Store button, and then Enter. And if you're sure, hit Enter again. And there it goes. Okay, so likely I'm going to want to save this now to my USB stick, and I'll show you how to do that. Go ahead and hit File, and this time we're going to use the F2, which is Save, so go ahead and hit Save. And you'll want to save this as an all pattern file. You can't save an individual pattern, but it's alright because you can always load an individual pattern from this all pattern file that you'll be saving. So let's cursor over and exit out and put it in the directory that you want to save it. So first I'll show you, you just cursor over here to set a new name. There's also an interesting feature where you can grab a name of something else, which is very helpful for some file naming conventions. Say you have bases 1, bases 2, bases 3. You can easily grab the name so you don't have to type it out every time. So when you've set your characters and you're all set with the name here, go ahead and hit SF1 to execute that. And when this is done, you should see your new file pop up. And there it is. So let me show you how to grab a name now. I'll cursor on over. Say I wanted to grab the name of this here. You would hit SF2, which is Set Name, and it will grab the characters. And you can add whatever you want to that. And then to execute, once again, is SF1. Okay, and you can also create a new folder to put your new pattern in. So let's go ahead and do that. You want to hit SF3, which is New Folder, as you can see on the screen here. Okay, so you see a new directory pops up. And likely you're not going to want that to be named New Directory forever. So let's try to rename it, and that would be with F4, which is the Rename tab here. Make sure you're selected on that new folder, cursor down. Let's just give it a name. There we go, and SF1 to execute. And there is our new directory with the name that we've chosen. Okay, let's go back to Save with F2. And let's go ahead and put our new pattern in our new directory. So cursor over to the new directory, hit Enter. And then when you've finished naming your pattern, SF1 to execute again. Okay, and now you have a bunch of different ways to save your pattern data.